What are some, insights that you have and platforms actually that you recommend that people really engage with in growing an audience, and why?
Before you can create, or before you journey into the online space of creating, I think it's so important to get comfortable with self. Like when you become who you are and you're comfortable in that, then your presence of being available online, it's consistent across the board because you don't have to change. Now, I do want to say, for me, this was an altering space for me. And I come from corporate America in the 90s and the early 2000s, where things were different. You had to be a certain way. You had to operate a certain way. Who you are as a person didn't really have a space. And it's like, but that's not natural to who I am, right? Who I am as a person involves all of these different dynamics of me. And I went through my own process of therapy, of coaching, of personal development, of really getting clear on self-mastery and what that means and what that looks like for me, not based on any judgment or anything from anybody else, but what I felt comfortable with myself. And then in that space, the online presence became, I didn't have to do anything but show up as myself, right? And I think that when we can get comfortable with whoever that we are, instead of trying to be like, oh, this influencer or this person or that person, or I got to do it like this because that's how they did it, or I got to do it like that. There are 7.5 billion people in the world. Your people are out there. The people who resonate with you and your energy and who you are is absolutely enough, and it matters and is needed. So I think the first start is really getting clear and getting comfortable with you and self of who you are. Like that's the first step.
I've never heard that before. Well, and the reason I'm saying that is because immediately when I hear people say, okay, for my business, I want to do this. For my branding, I want to do this. I just got to throw myself on all these platforms, share it everywhere, no matter what. And that's it. So there's no conscious way of knowing why you're doing it and the how of doing it, right? And I've never heard that way of your approach, like understand who you are, what you want to offer, why it is you want to offer, and then get on the platform. I think that's incredible. I think it's great,
because I think that it opens up more opportunity for you, because I don't believe in us as people being stuck in a box, right? Like so often, and this is kind of approach that I use from a coaching standpoint. When I coach with partners, I don't have like this box that you have to fit into, because I think that that's inauthentic. I think that let's understand who you are and let's understand how you show up, and then let's create the present around that thing versus trying to take you and mold you into something that you're not. And I think it's the same thing when we're thinking about our online presence. Understand more about you, because who you are as a person may align more with one platform than it does another. You may have a different energy with one that attracts the people of who you are versus thinking that you have to do it this and you have to do that. And there's no have to's, right? Everybody in life is figuring it out. Nobody has done the thing that they've done before they've done the thing. There's always a starting point, and people are sharing what they figured out based on their own journey. Nobody knew how to exist online this way before COVID happened in this capacity. We never experienced COVID before. So guess what happened? Everybody who was in the space, some people said, I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to learn it and I'm going to make it work for me. When they figured out what that looked like, they say, this is an opportunity for me to tell all these people how to do a thing that I figured out. That's what life and business is all about. Figuring out, how do I navigate and how do I strategize? How do I take these pieces of the puzzle and make it into something that's authentic to who I am and share it? More than anything, show up.